Today we're making Wisconsin cheddar, Swiss, and beer soup. So we start out with 2 cups of Swiss, 2 cups of cheddar. This is basically 8 ounces of each. So 16 ounces of cheese, and then we're going to chop up an onion real quick here. Alright, next we put in 1 stick of butter, which is a half cup. Let me just put that in a bigger saucepan because we put all that cheese in there too. So I got one hand here. So hold on. All right. So then to that half cup of butter, we're going to add 1 cup of onion and about a tablespoon and a half of garlic. Turn this off again so I can get all that in there. All right, and now we'll saute this for about 5 minutes until the onions start to soften up a bit. And then after that we're going to add a little bit of flour, which will kind of create a roux to thicken this up a bit. And then we'll cook that for about 5 minutes. So after about 5 minutes I'll check back and we'll add our flour, show you what this looks like once the onions have softened up a bit. Alright, so this has been cooking about 5 minutes. And now we're going to add 1/4 cup of flour. I'm just going to add, I'm going to use a teaspoon here. And I'm going to add 1 full teaspoon, or tablespoon. Yeah, like two heaping tablespoons. Kind of like that. I never measure shit exactly. So once I get that in there, I'll mix this in to the onions. Sorry about that. Sorry about the light in here. One of my lights blew and I have been too lazy to fix it. Okay, so then I'm going to turn the heat down for a minute. And I'm going to remove this from the heat for just a second because I need to get my milk ready. And I'm going to add 1/4 of milk, and 1/4 is 4 cups. So I'll be right back once I get my milk ready, and I'm going to whisk the milk in. Alright, so now we'll add our first 2 cups of milk. Grab my whisk, start whisking it in, and I'm going to turn up my heat again now. I'm going to get my other 2 cups of milk here real quick. Alright, and here is our second 2 cups of milk. And this will take a little bit of time to bring up to a kind of a rolling simmer, not a hard boil, but bring it up to basically a boil again. So we'll stop back when that happens. And I'm going to throw a bay leaf in there if I have one. So let me check real quick. Or I'm going to throw 2 bay leaves in there if I got them. I'm going to go check real quick. A little bit of nutmeg is all right. So we got 2 bay leaves, and then nutmeg. Nutmeg a little goes a long way, so I'm not going to use a lot. I'm just going to use just a little, a 1/4 of a teaspoon, not even, like that. And then again, let this come up to a simmer, and then we'll move on to the next step here, which will be adding the cheese soon here. Alright, so this has been kind of simmering for about 10 minutes or so. So now I'm going to add the cheese, and I'll turn this off while I do that, and I'll show you what what it starts looking like when we start bringing it together once the cheese is all in there. And then I'm going to add some beer. So let's get the cheese in there. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, got the cheese in there. Mix it up. Incorporate this cheese. Now this cheese is going to thicken with the flour that we put in there. Creates kind of like a roux. And now that this is starting to incorporate, now the bay leaves, we'll pick those out later. Now that this is starting to thicken a little bit, I'm going to add the beer. I'm going to turn the heat down quite a bit to a simmer. Now it's a little bit, that cheese is a little bit thick right now, so it'll be real perfect once we get that beer in there. Grab some beer. I'm adding a Budweiser Black Crown. You can use whatever you like. Set this down a second. I'm probably going to add about half of a beer. And this will really, loosen up the cheese, or liquefy it a little bit. It was a little too thick before, and that's starting to smell good now. Now I'm going to put some cracked black pepper in there, and then it'll be basically ready to serve. I'll stop back once I get my pepper in there and once we get this plated up. Alright, and here it is. It's got a really good beer flavor to it. I still got some of that bay leaf in there, so we'll give it a shot here. Awesome. Got to give this a shot, guys. That is good. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. What did you think of that soup, Les? Les, what did you think of that soup?
I didn't like it. I mean, the beer didn't taste good. Bye.
Oh, okay. You got cherries all over your face. What did you think about the soup?
It's pretty good. Alyssa, what? That's not cherries. That's vampire blood.
Uh-oh.
She's been biting and eating animals.
Uh-oh.